All right, welcome back everybody. Yes, we are cutting my hood up today. So I originally wasn't gonna do it, but I changed my mind like a week or two ago. I just figured we're at this point now where we might as well just go all out and just make it look as low as possible. So I have two settings on it. I have the complete air out, which is that, completely laid out. The hood's up mainly because it will not close with it completely aired out. And then I have a park setting. So my park setting is the back's all the way down and the front has some air in it just so the tires hit the hood. It looks cool like that, but I just figured if we can just take a little bit more out of the hood, it's right in the like reinforcement area. I had already removed those like wheel well pieces and I've just been kind of looking at it. I think I can probably get another like a half inch to an inch out of just kind of notching some of that reinforcement area on the inside of the hood. I'm not gonna get crazy. I don't wanna really mess with the structure of the hood. I'm not cutting through the hood at all. It's not really my style. I don't want the tires sticking out. I just wanted to go as low as possible with what we have. So we're gonna just take some measurements at the park height and just try to get a before and after to see, you know, how much lower we got it at that level. So I'm just gonna show you what I'm talking about right now under the hood where we're planning to notch. So we'll take some measurements and we'll just start cutting and go from there. All right, so inside the hood here, you can actually see, this is actually from my coilovers originally, the wearing area. So this part here is like the inside layer of the fiberglass that just starts picking up. So my plan is to notch it kind of in here like this, and then into this structure piece. And you can see it's kind of like maybe 2 inches thick or so. So roughly just kind of like a squared area out of this and remove that. Mainly because we just need to kind of make clearance for this top part of the tire. Obviously the wheel is round, so we don't need a ton of space wide. We just need enough in this kind of profile area to get the room. So because it's cambered in so much, it should be completely fine as the wheel's going in to just clear this and then go inside here. So that's the plan, but we're gonna take a quick measurement of the thing at the park setting just to get a reference point, and then we'll do some measurements and get a reference point of where we need to start cutting in the hood. All right, so this is the park setting right now. I'm gonna do a ground to hood measurement at the center line of the wheel. So that's roughly 23¼ inches. It's really tight in there. If this doesn't camber in enough to actually clear the inside of this skin and go into the actual structure part, we might be right back at 23¼ after we're done cutting all this out. I would say it's a 50-50 shot. I'm pretty confident that we are going to be able to clear that and go into the structure once we notch it. But we're going to go ahead and pop the hood. I'm going to put some clay down here and get a reference point of where this actually hits on the hood. All right, so I stole this from my children. Hopefully they don't see this video and wonder where their stuff went. It's just like a crumble-free modeling clay. So I'm just going to take a piece of this and I'm just gonna kind of sit it on here and lower the hood down just so it makes an imprint so I know exactly where the hood is hitting the tire. All right, so now you can see the impression that it made in here. And what's a really good reference is that right there, which is, I believe it should be this here. I will double check that, but that's a good reference to see, okay, well, this far in on the tire is this. So we need to measure out back to here, see how far that is to get a reference to see how far in here we need to start cutting out. So it looks like it's probably going to be about the same space between the center line of the little clip there to the wheel, to the center line, to where this second layer of fiberglass starts here, how it kind of bubbles out. So I'll just take some quick measurements, and then we'll kind of make some measurements of the tire here and kind of trace this on the hood here and just start notching. All right, you can see I used a paint marker in here. So from here, I measured down 6 inches, and then it was like 1.75 inches over here, and it's kind of right on the edge there. We're gonna try to cut and sand that down as much as possible, and then 6 inches up from here, then 8 inches over here to clear the tire. And I'm gonna section all that down too. So I just kind of rough drew that in there, and I'll make some straight cuts, but I'm gonna put plastic down and get this all ready to start cutting. All right, so I got this piece cut out here. Show you that's gone. And this is what I was talking about. So this is the inside lining of the hood here. So I'm gonna try to trim this and smooth this out as much as possible. And this is the exterior of the hood right now. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't do anything to go through this, because then you'll see it on the other side. So as far as what I'm cutting out, that probably will be it. Once I get this smoothed out and the other side cut out, then I'll sit it down on the tires and see where we're at. All right, so now I have everything notched out, and I smooth this over really good too, because this is the area where the tire hits the most. Look at the other side. Same thing there. It's a lot smoother in here. There's a nice transition. So I will put some paint in there, but for the time being, I'm gonna pull the plastic back, and we're gonna put the hood down and check our park button and see where we are and if we have room to go down. All right, so just by looking at this, I think we just got some progress here. It looks like it's sitting so much lower. So this is at the park setting. So we're just gonna do a quick measurement and see if we hit the mark. Yeah, so 22.75. So that's about another 1/2 inch. It is literally hitting on the inside of here like I thought. So getting that 1/2 inch is pretty good in my opinion, because I didn't think we were going to be able to get much. And it was so iffy to see, even if we were even going to do anything, like if it was just sitting on this outside and not even touching the structural part. So I am happy the way this turned out. So if you enjoyed the video, press like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.